Greg, disappointing inflation numbers sent the Dow Jones into a steep decline on Tuesday. Arthur Cashin, UBS Director of Floor Operations, suggested the market is running into a pattern similar to 1962.
We think you're into a seasonal pattern. We think, thanks to our friend Jonathan Stevens, we're looking at an analog to 1962 in the Dow Jones. We're about a week ahead of that pattern. And that's going to make for a very bumpy October.
Plummeting almost 1,300 points, nearly 4%, made it the largest single-day drop since June of 2020. The nosedive came after the Bureau of Labor and Statistics revealed inflation year over year was 8.3% in August. Economists had predicted a decline in overall inflation. Senator Lindsey Graham threw a real curveball into the national abortion debate Tuesday, proposing a nationwide ban on abortion after 15 weeks with a few exceptions.
I think we should have a law at the federal level that would say after 15 weeks, no abortion on demand, except in cases of rape, incest, to save the life of the mother. And that should be where America's at. And what would that mean if we adopted that position?
The senator said an abortion ban after 15 weeks would match other nations around the world. The Republican unveiled his legislation called the Protecting Pain-Capable Unborn Children from Late-Term Abortions Act, alongside anti-abortion leaders. Senator Graham committed to a vote on the bill if Republicans take control of the House and the Senate in the upcoming midterms.
And we saw a stock market plunge 1,200 points while Joe Biden celebrated his policies. Real wages are declining and people are struggling to pay their bills. Why is Joe Biden so disconnected, do you think, Dave?
Well, this is what happens when you elect a career politician. Listen, I don't know if Joe Biden ever has attempted to make payroll for a company or produced a goods or service. And so when you have somebody who's been in politics and has been receiving from the government his paycheck all of his life, this is what you get. He's out of touch.
Dave, Democrats continue to attack those who protect unborn lives. Why is it such an ultimatum issue for Democrats? And do you think it'll be a winning issue for them come November?
Yeah, well, there's two ways to answer the question. In the natural, listen, abortion rights, according to the leftists, are important because it provides the maximum amount of reproductive freedom and freedom for their lives. But from a faith point of view, and we're reporting the news in the spirit of faith here today, we understand the importance of life. We understand the importance of the shedding of innocent blood, and it empowers the enemy of our soul. And so those who align themselves with the enemy of our soul and the shedding of innocent blood, it empowers them. And let me tell you, it absolutely will move votes this fall. If you look at the Kansas passing, or actually not passing, of their state amendment, what happened there is the leftists, the Democrats, came out in droves because they thought this was a very important issue to vote about.
Dave, let me ask you about what's going on over in England. Queen Elizabeth's final remembrances continue at Westminster Hall today. What should Americans' reaction be to Elizabeth's life and times?
Well, yeah, the Queen, she kept her to her faith her entire life, and we were counting off air Christmas messages and Easter messages. And I want to quote from one of her Christmas messages. I want to read it because I want to get it straight. Billions of people now follow Christ's teachings and find in him the guiding light for their lives. I am one of them. This was her testament to the end of her days. And now she's replaced by King Charles, who is a committed globalist, and things coming from the British throne will be completely different. The Queen was a wonderful woman, and she was a wonderful example.
All right. Yeah, things are definitely different when leadership changes. Here's an example. Joe Biden's not visited the chaos at the southern border, but he toured a Detroit auto show today. Yeah. Does this seem like maybe misplaced priorities?
Well, yeah, and absolutely terrible political optics. The same day he was at the auto show, Ford laid off 2,000 workers in the plant right down the street. I believe that was right down the street from where he was. Totally misplaced priorities.
Wow, you can't make that up. You absolutely can't make that up. Dave Kubal, thank you so much. Back to you in just a moment.